There's a chilling moment in many relationships, and I need you to really listen because I'm speaking directly to you. I am Coach Jane, and what I'm about to share could change how you see everything in your relationship. Sometimes, her words don't match her eyes. She says something small, seemingly casual, but your gut twists. That inner voice you can't ignore is screaming at you. Something isn't right. Something is off. When a woman cheats, there's almost always a tell, and it's rarely the obvious signs like lipstick stains, secretive phone calls, or long unexplained absences. No, the real truth shows up in the very first words she speaks when her guilt begins to leak out, sometimes before you even notice the smallest shift in her behavior. Psychology confirms this, and you need to understand it deeply. People almost never admit wrongdoing directly. Instead, they project, deflect, and drop subtle phrases that betray their inner world. These are not accidents. These are signs that your intuition is right, that something is brewing under the surface. Let's dive deeper into the hidden psychology, the guilt signals, and the exact phrases she says that reveal her loyalty has shifted. Words carry immense power. They expose what the heart desperately tries to conceal. When a woman cheats, her words often change before her actions do. Why? Because guilt has a voice, and that voice can slip through even when the conscious mind denies it. Think about it carefully. When someone lies, their subconscious leaks the truth in tiny fragments, what psychologists call Freudian slip or leakage theory. She won't confess outright, but her nervous system can't hold it all in forever. It escapes through subtle phrases, defensive tones, and misdirected accusations. If you're paying attention, those first words become the biggest, most undeniable clue. Number 1. Why don't you trust me? This is classic. Instead of addressing your concerns calmly, she flips it onto you. Suddenly, you're accused of being insecure, paranoid, or controlling. Psychologists call this projection. When someone feels guilty, they push their wrongdoing onto others. So when she says, "Why don't you trust me?" it isn't really about you. It's her guilt screaming through her defensiveness. And ironically, it's usually the exact moment you should trust your gut more than ever. Your intuition is not lying to you here. Number 2. You're just imagining things. Listen carefully to dismissive language. Cheaters often invalidate your intuition. You're overthinking. You're being dramatic. This is gaslighting, deliberately designed to make you question your reality, so she can protect her secret. And here's the crucial part. If you weren't getting close to the truth, she wouldn't feel the need to shut you down so fiercely. The intensity of her denial is often the confession itself. Now, I want you to notice how your chest tightens or how your stomach twists as you hear these phrases. That's your intuition speaking, whispering that something is off. Keep watching because in the next part, I will reveal more subtle phrases she uses, phrases that almost whisper betrayal, and you'll want to hear this fully. Before we move on, if this is resonating with you, I need you to hit subscribe and like. Join me and become part of a space where we uncover the truth together, because you deserve to see the reality clearly, and you're not alone in this. Number 3. I need space. Listen carefully, because this is one of the most subtle phrases a woman can use after she's crossed a line. Sometimes, it's disguised as self-care. I just need some space. I feel suffocated. I need to find myself. Now, I want you to understand this fully. People do genuinely need emotional breathing room from time to time. That's normal. But when this comes out suddenly, without warning, and in the context of other subtle shifts you've noticed, it's rarely about self-discovery. Often, it's about creating space for someone else. It's about making room for a new connection in her life. That phrase alone can carry more truth than you want to admit, because the energy behind the words matters more than the words themselves. Number 4. You deserve someone better. At first, it sounds almost noble, doesn't it? Like she's being selfless, admitting she isn't good enough for you. But psychology reveals this as a confession cleverly wrapped in disguise. Cheaters often soften their betrayal by framing it as humility or self-blame. When she says, "You deserve someone better," she's indirectly confessing, "I know I've already betrayed you." It's guilt masquerading as nobility. And your gut senses it even before your mind fully understands. Number 5. We're just friends. Few phrases trigger more suspicion than this one. Whenever she feels the need to emphasize that another man is just a friend, there's usually something deeper going on beneath the surface. Think about it. True friendships don't need constant defending. But when boundaries have been crossed, emotionally or physically, she overexplains to try to calm your suspicion. The human brain naturally hides what is innocent and overexplains what is guilty. The moment she emphasizes just friends, trust your instincts, they aren't. Number 6. You're too good for me. Initially, it sounds flattering, almost like praise. But listen closely, it's not really admiration. It's projection. Cheaters often feel deep shame beneath their betrayal. Instead of owning their actions, they push you away with lines like, "You're too good for me. You don't deserve someone like me." It's a half-truth confession. She knows she doesn't deserve you because she's already broken the trust. Your intuition senses the gap between the words and the reality, and that gap carries more truth than any apology ever could. Number 7. Why are you always so suspicious? This is another defensive reaction to pay attention to. Notice the intensity in her tone. Instead of calmly discussing things, she lashes out and flips the blame onto you. Psychologists call this reactive defensiveness. The guiltier someone is, the more aggressively they defend themselves. So, when she suddenly becomes hypersensitive about normal questions or concerns, that is a bright red flag. At the root of all these phrases is one thing: guilt mixed with fear. When someone cheats, they live in cognitive dissonance, that unbearable tension of loving one person while betraying them. They crave comfort yet hide lies. To relieve that mental conflict, their subconscious leaks truth in tiny fragments, and it often comes out in words. The first things she says aren't random. They are her subconscious begging to be discovered, even as her conscious mind tries to hide it. When you hear these phrases, it cuts deep. Not just because of the betrayal, but because you realize that the person you trusted most is capable of lying directly to your face. Psychologists call this betrayal trauma, and it's one of the hardest types of pain to recover from because it shatters both your heart and your perception of reality. That's why many men replay those first words over and over again, because deep down, they already sensed it. Your body felt it. Your intuition whispered it. Her words confirmed it, even if you couldn't accept it fully at the time. Keep watching, because in the next section, I'm going to reveal the final phrases, the ones that almost scream betrayal, and the actions you need to take to protect yourself. Don't miss this, because what comes next could save you years of heartache. So, what do you do when you hear these phrases? I want you to listen closely, because I'm speaking directly to you in this room, and every word matters. 1. Don't argue in the moment. When emotions are high, logic disappears. If you push too hard, she will shut down even further. You need to hold your ground calmly, but not with force, with clarity. 2. Observe patterns. One defensive phrase can be stress, but repeated phrases combined with secrecy are evidence of something deeper. Notice how often these lines come up. Take mental notes. Patterns are louder than words alone. 3. Trust your intuition. Studies confirm that intuition often picks up microsignals before your conscious mind does. That gut instinct, that tight feeling in your chest, it's not paranoia. It's your brain seeing what your eyes might not yet fully recognize. If your gut screams at you, don't ignore it. 4. Confront with clarity. Calmly state what you've noticed. Example, when she says, "I'm imagining things," you can respond, "That feels like you're dismissing my concerns instead of addressing them." Why is that? Speak with calm authority. Your clarity is more powerful than any accusation. 5. Know your boundaries. If betrayal is confirmed, ask yourself, is this forgivable, or is this the end? Only you can decide, and only you can set the limits of your own heart. Sometimes, betrayal is a hidden blessing. It forces you to face truths you've been ignoring. It reveals the limits of someone else's love. And it pushes you to respect yourself enough to walk away if needed. Here's the raw truth. A person who truly loves you will protect your heart, not put it in danger. And if she's willing to cheat, you deserve better. So when you notice her first words begin to shift, pay attention. Those subtle sentences carry the entire truth, not spoken directly, but whispered through guilt. She may say, "Why don't you trust me? You're imagining things. I just need space. You deserve better. We're just friends. You're too good for me." Each one is a clue. Each one is a confession in disguise. And if you hear them, remember this. You are not crazy. You are not paranoid. You are not insecure. You are perceptive. You are awake. And your intuition is guiding you toward the truth. The hardest part isn't hearing the words, it's accepting what they mean. But once you do, you reclaim your power. And nothing, not even betrayal, can break you. If this resonates with you, I want you to subscribe and like to join me here. Be part of a space where men can grow, learn, and support each other. I also want to hear from you. Comment below with the phrase that hit you the hardest. By sharing your story, you help someone else wake up to the truth, and together we can make sense of what's often left unsaid. Keep watching, because understanding these phrases is only the beginning. In the next discussion, I'll reveal the subtle shifts in actions that confirm the words you've already felt in your gut. Don't miss this. It could change everything about how you approach your relationships.